What's going on, Soul Tribe? I salute the divinity in you, and welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and bringing a little nugget to add to the Soul Tribe archive. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about Mercury and Libra in the second house. I like Mercury and Libra. But when we talk about Mercury, the kind of basic things about Mercury is how we communicate, how we think, how we reason, how we understand things. And then you think about Libra. They're ruled by the lovely Venus. So there's this creative aspect, this harmonious aspect, this ability to balance. Of course, we know Libra being signified by or symbolized by the scales, of course. But Libra is also, they're the cardinal air sign. So they're one of the initiators, the initiator of thought, because that's where air is getting into that thought, that communication. And that's why Mercury can do so well and does very well in air signs. And then they're masculine in nature. So this is the active part of Venus, the one that goes out there, like the law of attraction. That's why I kind of think when I think about Libra energy sometimes. And then you get to the second house. The second house is one of the money houses. So this deals with your money, your livelihood. This could be about your spending habits, your expectations for prosperity, like your savings, your earnings, your possessions. Those are going to be some of those second house themes that are coming into this. So when you're combining all of this stuff, one thing to look out for is, like I was saying, considering that Venus rules over Libra, you're going to want to see where Venus is at. She's never too far away from Mercury, but see where Venus is at in your chart, because that's going to be one of the houses that she's involved with, your money house. And then you'd have, by whole sign, you'd have a Virgo rising. And I thought something very interesting with this is that Mercury is going to be in charge of that first house and of your 10th house, which is your house of your fame, your recognition, your achievement in things. So one thing that I would definitely talk about with this person is investing in the things that you find yourself a natural at, the things that you find an interest. Maybe you find yourself a creative writer. Maybe invest in your oratory skills, your speech. Maybe learn a couple languages. Maybe take like a speech class, something along those lines. Because that Mercury in Libra, Libra does have a charming way about them. There's something, that's just Venus brings about that just extra to Libra. So, work with that. Utilize that to your advantage. Turn that charisma on a little bit, because that can lead to, decent profits depending on how you invest in yourself. And I would say maybe too, if you find because I could see where maybe Libra could, depending on where this is placed, could maybe be a little lavish. Like maybe this is working with like maybe a financial advisor or something like that, or learning some ways to get into some appropriate spending habits and things, finding like practical ways of investing and things like that. So those would be some other things. But I would definitely say any sort of like creative ideas you have, because I think that Mercury in Libra can be very inspired. I don't know if that's something that really is talked about with Libra, considering that they are that initiator of thought. I think that Libra does have a very creative mind, a very, very lot of brilliance, I think, that you can tap into with that. So yeah, trust in any sort of like ideas that you have. Write that stuff down. Maybe even find, I remember talking with a friend about this, that I think you're able to sell your ideas. If you can't think of anything to do with it, maybe someone else can pick that up and do something with that. So that might even be something to consider, something I would maybe talk about with this person. But definitely even understand too, what is your relationship with money, and even seeing too like how this house is aspected and things, how Mercury's aspected, if that's going to be another thing to pay attention to. So, but yeah, I could definitely see this would be a great, I mean, any sort of occupation. You could be a musician. You could be like I would think maybe a singer, or maybe some kind of poet. Maybe you're writing like some books, or yeah, I mean, you could be a mathematician. You could be some sort of like whiz accountant. Whatever that might be looking like. So, but I would definitely want to know, if you happen to have this placement, how you are working with this, because I think that that's something you can get recognized for as well. When I'm thinking about just like the houses that Mercury is going to be associated with, and that 10th house will flow to that second house. So that's something to think about. You can really take this as, get as much recognition and save up, as build up as much resources as you want, essentially. But And again, that's a number of factors would play into that too. But yeah, if you happen to know someone who has this placement, or if you have this placement, in the comment section, write how you're working with this energy, how this may have shown up for you. And also, if you want to work with me, down in the description box below, I have a link for all of the services that I provide, so check that out. And if you want to work more closely with the moon, there's a link for my other channel, The Chariot and Friends, so definitely check that out. I release videos every time the moon changes sign. She's always busy. But until next time, keep raising that vibration through the roof and raising that consciousness, and I will catch you on the next one later.